You don't think that it, like the engine froze up, do you? What could have happened while I was gone? You push it, engine does nothing. I think the motor's locked up. She didn't like that very much. Well, she's making some horrible noises. Here it goes. Yeah, she's not happy. Let's see what it does. It won't shut off. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Refills, and today we're gonna work on the broken Range Rover. This was my super cheap win from Insurance Auto Auctions. I got this 2011 Range Rover Sport. It's an HSE, non-supercharged, for 2,500 bucks. And it came to me with a couple minor problems, but one problem turned out to be pretty significant. The body looks good. The wheels are in decent shape. The tires, for now, hold air. It's not a bad looking vehicle, inside or out, but we found out recently in the previous video that it has a blown head gasket. Now, I've had a lot of you say, why don't you just replace the head gasket? Well, sure, believe it or not, on this engine, it doesn't look like it's a super difficult job because this is a naturally aspirated engine. I'm pretty sure this is a dual overhead cam with VVT. It's involved, it's a little bit of work, but honestly, once you get all of these plastics and the battery out of the way, well, let's just say it doesn't look like the worst engine in the world to work on, but probably still not a whole lot of fun. The main reason I am not going to replace head gaskets on this vehicle is because the block and the cylinder heads are aluminum. And the reason why that is important is because if this thing has been overheated, and there's a very good possibility that it has been, well, there's a problem. You could have internal damage. You could have a warped block. You could have warped heads. You could have a cracked block. You could have cracked heads. And putting new head gaskets on that is not going to fix the problem. So in a situation like this, I do believe in mechanic in a bottle. I do. I've used BlueDevil many times in the past, and I have had excellent success with it. Unlike just slapping new head gaskets on this engine, that would be the wrong way to do things. You need to get your heads machined and checked, and the block as well. That's a lot of work. In that instance, if it came down to it, I would not put head gaskets on this engine. I would pull the engine out, down the road that engine would go, and we would put a guaranteed good engine in this truck. It makes no sense to tear it apart and just slap a couple head gaskets on it and hope for the best. If you're gonna do that, why not save yourself some time, some money, and a lot of curse words, and just use some product like this? I'm going to try this. It's my first time using this version of BlueDevil. I've used many of their products before, but this is a different one. It comes in a different bottle, and it's basically a big 16-ounce bottle of pour and go. You don't really have to do anything. I mean, the directions are very simple. I could have gone with a giant bottle of BlueDevil, but the reason I did not go for that is because the thermostat has to be removed. The thermostat is down here. The problem with the thermostat on these is it's integrated into the housing. It sucks, and I don't want to buy another one. I could destroy this one to get coolant flowing freely through it, but then I'd have to have another one to go, and I'm not going to spend that kind of money. This thing, to me, is just not worth it. But it is absolutely worth a $52 or $53 bottle of BlueDevil, where you simply pour it into a cold engine, top it up with coolant, turn the heater on high, and basically just let it run for 50 minutes. That's what we're going to do. The directions are very specific, though. This particular vehicle, as do most modern vehicles, comes with an expansion tank. You do not pour your BlueDevil into the expansion tank. Don't do it. You'll notice we got a few basic tools, really, too. A screwdriver, which I probably won't need, and this one. This is really the only tool I think I'm going to need. These are hose clamp pliers. They're specially made to get the hose clamp off. We have to pour this bottle directly into the top of the radiator, and I've got a little funnel right here that we'll be able to do that with once we get this upper radiator hose off. So let me see if I can get you guys down in here with me, and let's see if we can pull this clamp off. We're gonna have to do it this way, I think. There's not a whole lot of room to work in here. Oh, that was super easy. Way too easy. Now, is this going to come? It will. Look at that. It comes right off. I'll bet there's no coolant. No, none. There's nothing in there. I didn't expect there would be. This is where my nifty little funnel here comes in. You stick it into this upper, take that off. Stick it into this upper portion of the radiator here. And then we just pour our BlueDevil into it, and down the hose it goes, straight into the radiator as per the directions. All right, we're going to open this up. Let's move that out of the way. Here is the bottle, so you know what it looks like. Good looking stuff there. And let's crack her. Uh-oh. Oh, dude. Tell me somebody didn't scam me on this bottle. So this has happened to me before. I opened the lid, and as you can see, that is not sealed. Somebody's opened this. Or, well, I don't know. It's opened. It's definitely, yeah, this has been opened. Lovely. The question is, are the contents what's supposed to be in here? Let's just dump a little. I don't want to lose much. Yeah, that's blue. I don't know, guys. I think I got took. I think I just paid $53 for a bottle of water. Well, this is what I got. It's 18 miles back to the city and 18 miles back. I'm going to hope that somehow it was damaged in transit. I don't think so. So if this doesn't work, well, there's a real possibility that it's because somebody... I mean, it's blue. It's blue. Okay. Maybe it's all right then. You guys comment below and tell me what you think. Did I get gypped? This definitely looks like BlueDevil. At least from where I'm standing. All right, the BlueDevil has been installed as instructed. Cold engine, haven't started it in at least a day. It could have been 2. With that in, I've got some water. There may be a little bit of extended life coolant in this, but we are going to top it off as instructed. And then we got to get it running with the heater on max. Yeah, there was a little bit of antifreeze in here. Well, I filled it up with water, so don't worry. I'm not spilling any of this. I've got a big drain pan underneath that's going to catch all this. So don't sweat it. There she goes. Filling up nicely. She's full. All right. We have followed the directions to the letter. Now it's time to fire it up and see if it's going to run for an hour without overheating, and then find out if the stuff that was in that bottle is going to work. I got the jump pack fired up. Everything should be ready to go. It's not going to want to start. I can promise you that, being full of coolant. But let's see what it does. There we go. She may have spilt a little bit. She's bubbling pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and fill that back up because that's what the directions say to do. And then we're going to put the cap on it. You got to have the cap on it. There we go. There we go. Fill her up. There it is. Let's put that cap on there. And let's hope it stays running. Well, that sucker was gushing. It was a daggum gusher there for a minute. It's running great, which I'm kind of surprised about. Let's turn the heat up. I wish we had the screen working. Maybe it's a blown fuse, but let's turn up the heater. Okay, so we are following the directions exactly as they're stated on the bottle. You can see, hopefully, I've got the heat on both sides at high heater blowing out of the vents. Air conditioning is turned off to keep the cooling fans from coming on. She's actually running great. It does say restricted performance, but there's not a check engine light on. It says coolant level low, which is a lie because that coolant is 100% full. Another thing that's interesting is it's not blowing smoke like it was the other day. The other day, this thing was billowing. There's a little bit coming out. You can kind of see it right there, right? But it was billowing smoke the other day, and it's not doing that now. Is this still full? Yeah. Yeah, it's full, guys. So, and listen to her purr. It sounds really, really good. Now, we're not to drive it. We're not to rev it. Nothing. Just let it sit. Keep your eye on the temperature. Obviously, you don't want to overheat it. You'll cause more damage. So you do have to keep your eyes on it. But the goal is for the next 50 minutes, 5-0, let her run. And then we'll come back and we'll see if that smoke subsides. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll set you guys up on a time lapse out here where you can see the smoke, and hopefully in about an hour, it's 5:16 p.m. Easter Sunday. Hopefully in about an hour, that is gone. Well, this is not what I wanted. I just got back. I took my bike for a ride. It had been about 40 minutes, and it was sitting here purring like a kitten, running great. And I figured, oh, it's safe just to take a little 10-mile ride. I don't get on my bike often anymore. It just sits in the garage. So took her on a 10-mile ride. 5 miles at the stop sign, 5 miles back. Pulled back up. I saw no smoke coming out of the exhaust, and I thought, great. And then I realized it's not running. It's dead as a doornail. She ain't running at all. It's not hot though. And the hose is warm, but it's not hot. The coolant is still full, but it just, I don't know, it just shut off. Could have run out of gas. It only had like 30 miles of gas in it. Let's power it up. Smart key not found. I had to go find the key. I'd left it in the house. Look at my new tires. I was a little surprised. I bought this truck at night and I didn't really check it out. It's used. It's 2021 Ram 3500 Cummins, of course, 4-wheel drive. Kind of a base model. I think it's a tradesman, but what I found out is that it had practically bald tires on the back, and I've been putting off getting tires. Well, it was storming, I don't know, a week or so ago, and I almost lost it because I had no tread on the back tires. So I finally had to break down and go get me some new tires. This is what I went with. Went with the BF Goodrich all-terrain TAs. These are Load Range E. They're your 275/70 18s. And I just love the aggressive look of these tires. These are the K02s. I really, really just love the look of these tires. They got a not too aggressive, but a relatively aggressive tread pattern. They ride nice and smooth and quiet. They ride far better. It's almost like a different truck. The look of them changes the whole look of the truck. Even with factory wheels, it just makes the truck look so much more aggressive. But the ride quality is what I'm surprised about. I was riding the original Firestone, what are they, like Firestone Transforce or something like that, Load Range E street tires, and they were awful. The truck felt horrible over bumps. It rides so much better now. It really is like a completely different truck. Now, let's get back over to the problematic Range Rover that I should have known better than to buy this daggum thing. I just wanted something different, something interesting to play with. Haven't had one in a while. Well, I got what I was asking for, didn't I? We got the key. Let's see. Maybe it just ran out of gas. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping she just ran out of gas. System check in progress. No, she did not run out of gas. You think it'll start back up? Uh-oh. Nothing. That's kind of scary because everything is connected. It's turned on. Oh, no. No. You don't think that it, like the engine froze up, do you? What could have happened while I was gone? Oh, now there's nothing at all. No power at all in here. Look at this. Very bizarre. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to put this in override mode. I promise you she's got juice flowing out. Whoa. Bet that did it. I'll bet that did it. All right. Let's try it again. No. It won't start. It's not even trying to start, not at all. Low battery, please start engine. You push it, engine does nothing. I think the motor's locked up. Oh man. Come on. No? Okay, now it does want to start. Great. Well, we're having a good time, aren't we? Maybe if we open up the cap here, let's see, relieve some of this pressure. There she goes. Listen to that. Oh yeah. Let's try it like that, and maybe, just maybe, she'll go ahead and fire up. Come on. Oh, she's gushing. All those exhaust gases coming right back out. Come on. She's not having it. Give it one more time and I'm gonna have to go get the other booster pack. Come on. No, that's a wrap, guys. All right, look, we got Santa's workshop.
Ah!
He just showed up.
How y'all doing?
Oh, well, I'm good. How are you?
I am absolutely wonderful.
Got that Corvette up and going, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
Hoping we can take the Caddy and the Corvette to Cars and Coffee thing.
That's going to be a plan right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I may drive the Cadillac, you may drive the Corvette, because I'd be a whole lot more comfortable in the Cadillac.
Well, let's see what this thing's gonna do. I don't know. She's pretty pissed off. She's got a gusher under the hood. If you put the cap on, it won't run. You take it off, it blows the coolant out of it. So, come on. Oh, I didn't recharge that booster pack. Ah,
Oh.
that booster pack has been sitting on the shelf. I didn't bother recharging it. So that one is that one's about dead. Come on, old girl. Come on. Come on. She does not.
It sounds like you got a definite dead cylinder in there somewhere.
All right, well, I brought out the big guns. I guarantee you this will start it. Hell, it might even blow that battery up. She ought to be happy to cooperate with us now. May not start, but at least it'll turn over. Let's see. Huh. That don't sound right.
No.
I promise you, juice is getting to that battery. I wonder if it's an engine problem. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Well, she is just absolutely refusing to start. So Michael had a great idea.
Start fluid.
Yeah, starting fluid. Now, I'm a little paranoid of this stuff after a certain fire started from Monkey Wrench Mike's Disco Inferno. It sure tried to take the shop out.
Yeah.
So this stuff just makes me paranoid. I avoid it at all costs, but we do have a fire extinguisher. Let's check. Yep, it's full. It's ready to go. Now, if it does catch on fire, we might just let her, you know, sit here and roast a little bit for video, you know, purposes. For
This goes down into one, right?
hell, I don't know.
Looks like it does.
I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
One whole wonder.
Here we go. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully, she starts. Here we go. She didn't like that very much.
It didn't like it at all.
Oh, it didn't. She doesn't care for starting fluid. Woo! We might put that hose back on that.
Yeah.
I don't think starting fluid's good for this. The engine's making noises that it hasn't made before.
I didn't hit it that hard.
She just, you know, these exotic, luxurious European vehicles. They don't.
Oh.
That is some rugged, rough old American.
It's Valvoline though. It's name brand. It should like that.
Well, yeah, she wants just that nice premium gasoline, you know, petrol, as they call it over there. Come on. Look at all the smoke coming out of that. She's running though. Boy, that's a lot. Well, you know, put it on and we'll just pretend we didn't see it.
See what?
Exactly. How's she doing back here? There's no smoke back here though.
What?
None. It's fine. It means
That's a plus.
it's fixed.
Yeah.
Now, why it wouldn't start and why it's blowing coolant out of the expansion tank, I don't know. And this, don't pay any attention to this. Turns out this was actually already opened. It had been punctured, and I'm not 100% sure that what's in it was the $53 worth of BlueDevil that was supposed to be in it. But I didn't feel like going all the way back to Purcell and trying to convince them that it wasn't me.
Right.
You know, oh gee, I just happened to buy a bottle that somebody had already opened. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You do that, and half the time they look at you like you're some scum of the earth shoplifter. You know, forget that I just spent $109 there. That's beside the point. Okay, well, I say we tighten down these. Why these are open, I don't know. That wasn't me. Somebody else has been in here. Tighten these down and let's just take it for a quick ride and see what it does.
Sounds good.
All right. He doesn't fit. Look at his head.
Let's see if this thing goes down any.
Hopefully it does. There it goes.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that's
There.
and my knees aren't in the dash now.
Okay, well. Woo. She does have a little get up and go. It's almost 400 horsepower. All right, here we go. I'm looking in the rear view. No smoke coming out the back. None.
That's a good thing.
The other day it was billowing smoke out the back. Temperature looks good. I'm not going very far with it. I don't trust it. I
Wonder why.
I have to call Jessica and be like, please bring the truck. Temperature looks fine, and it's running fine. No check engine light.
Coolant level low.
Yeah, it always says that. Even when it's full, it says that the coolant level's low. All right, time to go off-road.
That's easy to do in this town.
Yeah, it's all off-road out here. It runs great.
It runs, yeah, it runs good.
It just doesn't want to start, you know.
Is this an all-wheel drive?
Yeah. Yeah, she's spinning all 4 tires. I like this thing, I really do. Okay. I ought to get it in the shop. Is what I ought to do. Where the booster pack, where all my tools are.
Yeah.
Runs great, shifts great. Look at that. There's 60. Smells a little hot. To me, anyway. Smells a little hot to me. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's just get it back to the shop.
Certainly the temperature gauge works.
Well, the temperature gauge says halfway. It seems to be completely happy and content where it's at.
Yeah, and it's not making no noises like it's overheating.
No. I mean, uh-oh, this kid's trying to keep his dog from running out in the road there. Is that a girl doing all the yard work? Ooh, you hear that?
Ooh.
Sounds like detonation or overheating.
That's detonation.
Oh, that girl's out there doing weeding and the boy's playing with the dog.
Yep.
Never mind. It ain't my place, ain't nothing, I guess. All right, we're back at the shop. Let's get her on the lift before she decides to shut off on us again. All right, we're in the garage. Let's rev it a little bit. I mean, she is smoking just a tad. Nothing crazy though. It smells hot though. I'm gonna shut it off.
I smell it.
She smells hot. But it's cold, ice cold. It's because the compression is blowing through the cooling system.
Ah.
And you've got a hot pocket somewhere is what it is.
Yeah.
You got a pocket somewhere that is really hot. You start opening this, I guarantee that hose is gonna get hot.
I
There
wouldn't
we
look
go.
further than that.
Look. Not yet. She's under some good pressure.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The coolant's not circulating. Well, if it's not circulating, BlueDevil can't get through it. So, say it's a
True.
good possibility.
Well, there wasn't as much as I thought there'd be.
You can hear it gurgling. Yeah, you can see the smoke under here too.
Yeah.
It's hot. Don't let it fool you. It's hot. I'm gonna play with it a few more minutes, guys. This one I think has me licked. Well, we're sitting here having a conversation. Listen to this.
That was different.
We're talking about him and a PCV valve on a Porsche. And next thing you know, this thing, I wish the camera had been rolling because it was loud.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Sounded like me after Taco Bell.
it was, by the time I got the camera rolling, you know, you got to power it on and everything because I wasn't expecting to film. We're letting everything cool out. Just this loud, and then, oh, I got very low hopes for this thing, guys. I do. I've got very, very low hopes for this.
Get some Rolaids, it may help.
Hey, you may put some Rolaids down in the cooling system. It might help her a little bit. I got the battery on charge. Again, my booster packs are all dead, so I've got all my booster packs charging. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a day on this one. I'm going to walk away from it hot. There was a pocket.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, an air pocket. There was an air pocket in there, and it just cleared. It's kind of like when you got gas, you know, but you just can't go, and then suddenly you're like, uh-oh.
and finally you had that big old burper out the other end.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So that could be good, though, because I'm hoping that the BlueDevil will make its way through the system.
Right.
But at the end of the day, she's pretty hot. We need to let it cool down, give these cables and everything a rest, because I've been cranking on her pretty hard. We'll charge up the battery, charge up the booster packs, let it sit I'll come back another time, maybe tomorrow, maybe not, maybe in a couple days, but I'll come back to it, and I guess we'll find out if it runs, and if it does, is it fixed magically? Did BlueDevil work? I'll tell you right now, guys, I've used BlueDevil many times in my life, and it has been an amazing product, and it has a money-back guarantee.
Oh, wow.
So if it doesn't work, they ask you a few questions on a questionnaire, you fill it out, and as long as you answer them correctly, basically saying you follow the directions, you're good to go. They'll give you a full refund.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, you just go right back, and I think go right back to the store you bought it from, and they give you a refund, and BlueDevil credits the store for it.
I'll be darned.
So there's really nothing to lose. You know, It doesn't hurt. The problem is when you get vehicles like this where the head gasket is blown in such a way that you're blowing compression out instead of just leaking coolant in. When you've got compression blowing out like it is on this one, it's hard for BlueDevil to get in to do its job when the compression is blowing the coolant out. So my only hope is that when you leave it sitting, that BlueDevil, while it's still hot, can work its way in there and hopefully start sealing it up.
I wonder if we could take the spark plugs out and squirt it in the cylinders and blow it back through that way.
You might be able to, except for the cylinders that aren't leaking.
Well, that's true.
That
That could be a mess. Couldn't it?
And the spark plugs, I don't even know where spark plugs are on this. I haven't even looked to see where they're at. Are they right up top? Probably right under here, I'd imagine. Yeah, well, this one's got air conditioning all in the way.
Well, this one here's got all sorts of boxes in the
Oh,
way.
that's nice. Well, Land Rover things, you know. She's hot, especially towards the back of the engine. It almost feels like a fire back there.
That's hotter than it was when we come in.
Yeah, the front is cooler. The back is much hotter.
Grab that hose.
Woo! Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh man! Let me pull out my little gun here. I'm kind of curious myself what the temps are on this engine right now. What do you think about 190, 200 on here? 190, 191.
191.
Now, if we go back to the back of the engine, it's hard to get back there. 240, 245, 149.
149.
Yeah, it's hard to get it in the right place, but it's about 245, yeah.
229.
Yeah. 230 to 250. She's pretty hot, guys. Here it is again.
That's sizzling.
Yeah. It's coming from here. Yeah, it's this. Ow, jeez. It's this bypass hose that runs over to here. Listen to that. What?
I'm getting over here.
I think she's about to blow. Well, I opened this vent right here. Oh yeah, she's blowing steam. Whew. Oh, jeez.
Where's that?
Wow. Yeah. See if you can nail that sucker. What's the temperature of that?
Just 171.
That's it. Well, it's hot enough to burn your hand when you put it over it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little volcano right there. So Santa opened this one. There's a vent right there.
Yeah, stick your finger down there.
No. Listen to this. She is pissed.
Yeah.
Well, she ought to cool off real good like this, huh?
Or something.
Something's about to... I don't know what's going on, but it ain't good. I told you she's about to do something. Which way is she gonna blow? From here? Oh, here it goes. I probably shouldn't be standing over here.
I think you're right.
I don't think anybody should be standing anywhere around this at all. It's gonna do something. Maybe not. Wait, here it goes. Or is it gonna be this one? Every time you think she's about done, she starts making all these noises again. Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
There she blows.
I knew she was going to do something. Well, she's making some horrible noises. Here it goes. Oh. I don't know, man. This side's
AAR's version of Old Faithful.
yeah. Man, she's just not happy. She's not happy at all. Is it? I thought maybe she's about done. Oh. Ow. Ow. Damn. Hey. I'm trying to help you, man. God.
I think it's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, she's not happy. Wow. All right, well, unless something else crazy goes, she's really getting it. Look at it.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know, unless something else crazy happens. I think we might all just leave this thing alone for the rest of the evening and come back when it's not doing all of this. Okay, well, against my better judgment and everyone else's better judgment, I've decided to go ahead and try to start it after filling it up with water. Let's see what it does. It won't shut off. What? I expected that was going to happen. I did. I fully anticipated that happening. Okay, hold on.
Wow.
What is that? Well,
You know, I bet you if you went through and pulled the spark plugs one at a time and tried that, you'd find out which one is doing it.
yeah, oh, it's not even trying to start now.
No.
Stop. There we go.
As hot as that thing was, I'm surprised it's cranky.
Yeah. Well, I hope the camera got a great shot. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. The battery needs to charge. My booster packs are dead. They need to charge. The truck needs to cool off. We'll come back and we'll mess with it again another day. What I want you guys to do, though, is drop a comment below and tell me if you think it's ever going to run again. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for Santa's help today. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. I'll put a link below this video. You can go click on it and check out his videos. Definitely like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.